everybody, it's John again from Gasper's Automotive Restoration, and today we're doing a video on this 700 Series American LaFrance behind me for Somerville, Massachusetts. This is a really interesting project, and I want to tell you all about it, so stay tuned. Okay, so here's the 1954 700 Series American LaFrance from Somerville, Mass. This is currently privately owned, and there's kind of an interesting story with this truck. To be honest, this is probably one of the worst trucks that I've gotten in here in the shop as far as condition. But it's not as bad as it looks. It's actually better than it looks. And I'll explain why it looks like it does and all the different things here. We're just going to do a little walk around just so you can see what we got here to start with. We did a bunch of work on this for, it's a private owner, and this gentleman wants to donate this to the fire department, and I think that's very admirable, and I think it's a really great thing. Somerville, Massachusetts bought this truck in 1954, brand new from American LaFrance, and it served the town, I think, until, I'm just going to guess, until probably the 70s or 80s, maybe. I'm just guessing. And then it got sold off, and then somebody bought it, and it ended up in Minnesota. Don't ask me how, but it did. And fire trucks have a tendency to do that. Probably was bought by somebody to use for something, maybe a promotional thing, or more likely maybe it pumped water for a farm. Who knows? But it ended up in Massachusetts. And so this gentleman went to, it ended up in Minnesota. So it ended up in Minnesota. This gentleman found it, and he bought it back. He went to go see it. And someone up there in Minnesota had used a torch to remove the pump out of this truck. I'm guessing it's a fire department that did it, because why would a private individual want to take a pump out of a 1954 American LaFrance? I find that very hard to believe. So probably a fire department that maybe had an older fire truck and needed a pump or something, or somebody with an antique fire truck. Not really sure, but that's what happened. They used a torch. They literally torched off the sheet metal and the cables and the controls and everything to get the pump out. And luckily they cut off all of the controls for the engine too, so that was really handy. And they also cut off the radiator support rod, and a bunch of other things. But we were able to get this thing fixed up and running. Now, I was not going to do this job. I almost refused, but one reason I did this job is for that right there. It's got a 6V53 Detroit diesel in it. And when I saw that, I said, this would be a pretty cool truck if it's running, and if this engine's good, then we've got something we can start with. And so after this was purchased back, it didn't look like this. The truck was all the original paint and everything. It was before COVID, probably 2018, 2017 timeframe, I'm guessing. And they got the truck back. There was a bunch of guys in the fire department. They started working on this thing. And then COVID hit, and everybody scattered just like we all did, right? And they stopped the project. It got stalled, and it never got started again. And so after COVID settled out, the owner here was trying to make some progress and sent this out to a sandblasting place. I don't know where they were, but whoever did this sandblasting is not very attentive to details, and details like you don't sandblast an engine. The engine was completely sandblasted when I got it, along with the rest of the truck. And then obviously the primer was not really applied very well. You could see the rust coming through here, the patches. It was really sprayed on haphazardly. Primer is not good for outside, of course, anyway, but it is what it is. So when I got this thing, I was really afraid that this engine was going to be a basket case full of sand, real mess. We'd have to pull it apart. And if that was the case, then I was going to basically tell this gentleman, sorry, we can't help you because it's just not in the budget and it's not worth the time. But luckily, the sand did not get in the engine. And the only thing the sand got into was the air filter housing. And before we started it, we pulled that housing off and we completely cleaned it. We checked everything on the engine. I had my friend John Treat from Old Iron Repair out of Bolton, Connecticut, come by and take a look at the Detroit diesel timing, the valve lash and the governor and all the injectors to make sure that this thing doesn't run away and everything is in good shape inside the engine, because I didn't know what we were working with here. I used to work for Detroit Diesel years ago. I worked on Series 50s, Series 60s, big rigs, buses, all that stuff. But when I was there 20 years ago, even this stuff then was old and almost didn't see it in the shop anymore at that point. So I never got a chance to work on the two-cycle stuff nearly as much. So I've learned a lot here working with him. This engine's really, really good. It starts up, and we did a ton of work to this thing after John left. We cleaned this thing up. We did valve cover gaskets. We painted the engine. We put a new stop solenoid on right there. We restored the air cleaner and took everything apart. This cover here has multiple pieces inside it. We took this all apart and cleaned that, put a brand new air element in it, new hoses, belts, painted up the fan, painted the radiator, serviced all the fluids, and this thing ran really good. And then once we had a good engine and this thing ran good, I felt comfortable putting more of the customer's money into this project because, we want to make sure that the money spent by somebody is going to make sense. And in this case, it does. The transmission was good. It had a little bit of a hang up in there from just sitting, a little bit of surface rust and with the shifter. We fixed that pretty easy. Rear end's good. They put on these rims and tires here. Someone had suggested doing that. They were afraid of the split rims. There's nothing wrong with split ring rims. They just need to be inspected and checked out, and they're very good. These are 22.5 single piece rims off of a bus, so or a truck or something. But they work, and for now we can get replacement rims for this in the future. If someone wants to go back to original, I have 4 rims in the back. I think it would really help the look of the truck if we did that. I just don't like the look of these rims and tires on here, but we'll see what happens. Right now they work, runs, drives, stops. Speaking of stopping, we went through and completely redid the parking brake, the service brakes on this truck, the vacuum. I'll show you the vacuum can up front. We got couldn't really find a vacuum can, so we used a air pressure tank here from an air brake system, which is extra heavy duty and plenty good for a vacuum tank. One of the farm boys up there in Minnesota came under here and used a tractor with a fork or something here to push this thing around in the field, and they bent stuff up. And even in the back, I'll show you the back here with the tailboard here. They used a tractor or something to pick it up and push it around. This thing was sitting in the field. Just a shame that somebody just abuses a vehicle like that. I think this truck actually looked pretty decent when it was still painted, and it had a Detroit in it. I don't understand why they didn't fix this thing and make it work, but it's getting a second chance at life here, though. And we had to go. The previous guy that worked on this did put in a fuel tank here, and I put in this fuel filter housing right there. When we got the truck, the guys that did that did not install any fuel filters on the engine. They had a fuel filter housing here, but it was the old canister style, and there was no fuel filter element inside it. So apparently they started this thing and ran it off that tank back there with no filters. There was brand new lines, but no filters. So luckily, nothing got in the injectors. I was really shocked. The injectors were fine. I was very surprised. So we got, from Old Iron Repair, 2 filter housings, and with spin-on filters, which is an improvement anyway, over the older style with the canister, which is hard to find filters for. So we've got the spin-on filters now, and everything's dated. The tank is good. Fuel's good. We've got 2 primary and secondary filters. So this is exactly what it's supposed to have for this engine. All the exhaust went right back on. They even had they did have the original mufflers on here, which even have the little dents in them here from the, whoever did this exhaust back when they installed this engine in the 70s or whatever, did a really nice job by clearancing this throttle. It's the original American LaFrance throttle system. It works very well, and it's connected. It fits right onto the engine. Works great. So we did some new fuel lines. And we basically put the thing back together. That's really what we did to this truck. There was a lot of work, but I think with some more money, this thing can actually be restored. We hope to do that if the fire department wishes to do that. This private owner is going to donate this to the fire department in Somerville, Mass. So right now, this thing is turnkey. Let me show you. Let me fire it up. Let's fire up this Detroit. You just touch the button. This thing runs great. Gotta love that sound. Good old Detroit. 6V53. Let me shut it off so you guys can hear me. That's another thing we had to do is install these too on the, I'll show you this in the dash. We got a new start button here, Cole Hersey, new start button, a stop button over there for a Cole Hersey switch, and we've got the emergency stop right here, brand new cable. So you have to have that stuff on these trucks or on these diesels, or else they'll run away. Very dangerous on a Detroit to do that. So, but this thing's all set to go. We're excited to get this to the customer. It's going to be picked up this week, and I hope you enjoyed this video. We really appreciate your likes and subscribes on this stuff, watching our videos. It really helps us make more of them, and we really appreciate everything you guys do. So please like and subscribe, and keep that old iron running.